Hi guys, let's find out what energy is, what its property are, and what type of energy exists.
So what is energy? As per physics, the definition of energy is the capacity of the crew to do the work. The capacity to do work is known as energy. If you look around, you will see that energy is present everywhere. For example, cars move thanks to energy produced by motor combustion. The blades of the mill start moving thanks to energy produced by wind. We can walk or jump thanks to the energy we get from food. Our basic energy needs are mainly for the industry, where we are using the most 40% of our total energy. Then comes the domestic uses, where we use 30% of energy, then 24% for the transportation, and 6% for the agricultural use. As we know that there are two types of energy, non-renewable energy and renewable energy. Renewable energy, often referred to as clean energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished. This includes like solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, geothermal energy, biomass, and more. Non-renewable energy sources are available in limited amount. Non-renewable energy comes from sources that will run out or will not be replenished in our lifetimes, or even in many lifetimes. Most non-renewable energy sources are fossil fuels, coal, oil, natural gas, and nuclear energy. Carbon is the main element in fossil fuels. As we know, the two major forms of energy are kinetic energy and potential energy. There are many different forms of energy such as light energy, heat energy, mechanical energy, sound energy, chemical energy, and electrical energy. We depend on energy to run our homes and businesses. Our standard of living has significantly improved as the result of increased energy use over the last 100 or so years. We need energy for just about everything in our homes. In fact, energy is the most important aspect of modern living and convenience. We cannot perform most of our daily tasks without energy. Where does our electricity come from?
At home, you get it from the socket in the wall, but how that is get there and where that is actually come from?
Using a magnet and a coil of wire to produce an electric current is the basic principle of electric generators. This AC generator, the most common form, has a coil of wire that rotates inside a stationary field magnet. The coil is rotated by an external force which is usually supplied by steam, falling water, or wind. Most large generators use electromagnets rather than permanent magnet.
Unfortunately, a human power cannot keep turning this whole time, isn't it? Therefore, a power plant was built.
The energy source harnessed to turn the generator varies widely. Most power stations in the world burn fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas to generate electricity. While hydropower is considered as clean and reliable energy source in many countries, however, it has significant environmental and social impacts. In ASEAN, most of the countries use fossil energy as a main fuel to generate electricity.
Some people say that wherever there is energy, there is pollution. What do you think?
Most everyone understands that the methods which rely on fossil fuels are bigger polluters than those that are used renewable energy sources. When we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas to create electricity or power our cars, we release CO2, the major greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere.
How much carbon dioxide is produced per kilowatt hour when generating electricity with fossil fuels?
Different fuels emit different amounts of carbon dioxide in relation to the energy they produced when burned. If a power station burns gas or diesel oil, it emits 2.7076 kilogram carbon dioxide for generating 1 kilowatt hour of electricity. If a power station burns natural gas, it emits 0.0573 kilogram carbon dioxide for generating 1 kilowatt hour of electricity. If a power station burns coal, lignite in particular, it emits 1.0619 kilogram carbon dioxide for generating 1 kilowatt hour of electricity. How is about hydropower? Hydropower is often considered as a clean energy. It has the ability to generate electricity without emitting greenhouse gases. However, it can also cause environmental and social threats such as damaged wildlife habitat and harmed water quality. Every day, the world produces carbon dioxide that is released to the Earth's atmosphere and which will still be there in 100-year time. This increased content of carbon dioxide increases the warmth of our planet and is the main cause of the so-called global warming effect.
One answer to global warming is to replace and retrofit current technology with alternatives that have comparable or better performance, but do not emit carbon dioxide. We call this alternative energy.
Alternate energy sources are renewable and are thought to be free energy sources. They all have lower carbon emissions compared to conventional energy sources. This include biomass energy, wind energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, hydroelectric energy sources. By the year 2050, 1/3 of the world's energy will need to come from solar, wind, and other renewable sources. Climate change, population growth, and fossil fuel depletion mean that renewable will need to play a bigger role in the future than they do today.
Perhaps the most notable way that reducing energy helps the environment is by decreasing power plant emissions. Reducing electricity use in our home can benefit the environment, conserve resources, and save lives. So, let's start now.